So I hope everyone can hear me. Belize Hero. I'm the Marketing and Development Assistant of Social Economic Institute for Advanced Studies. So social economic, sorry? Okay. So Social Economic Institute is an it's a private research institute that is located here in Kigali, Rwanda. It's a new institute that primarily we do research. It's an academic institute, and also we are based for, which is open for partnerships, where like collaboration between different organizations, both international and national organizations, for the development of the social economic status of the community. So currently, as we are in Rwanda, we yet to be accredited by the HEC, which is the highest board that accredits educational institutes in Rwanda. So we have decided to approach Haguruka Rwanda, as it is an organization that bases its work on resilience, which is widely done at SIAS. So with our founder, Dr. Buheji and Dr. Dunya, we have books and that addresses inspiration and resilience. Yeah, that's when they decided like to open an institute here in Rwanda. So in lieu to what you do, it's in line with what SIAS does. So we were open for a partnership between our two institutions for a mutual cooperation within Rwanda. I submit. So we can start by introducing ourselves and then take off from Dr. Dunya.
Okay, so hello, good morning, everyone, and nice to be with you in this meeting. I think Kelsey have given you a brief about who we are and sent you a brochure, and we would like to hear a little bit from you, and from there we can know how we can cooperate more together.
Good morning. My name is Ninette. I'm Executive Secretary of Haguruka.
Yes, Miss Ninette, we can hear you.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Yes. My name is Ninette Umurerwa. I'm Executive Secretary of Haguruka. Thank you.
So maybe Dr. Buheji.
I think maybe he's having a problem. So yes,
Okay,
Dr.
maybe.
Buheji, he's the founder of
Yeah.
SIAS, an inspiration economy concept, which focuses, as her was said, about resilience economy and inspiration economy.
Yeah, so maybe I'm seeing there's Lorette in the meeting. Maybe she can introduce herself and then we can check over.
Hello, hope you can hear me.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so my name is Lorette, and I'm an administrative assistant here at Haguruka. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So maybe Dr. Buheji can mute his mic. Okay. So the primary.
Yes, Harwa.
Okay,
I'm
so
here,
we
of
are,
course.
yeah, okay. We were doing the introduction, so maybe we can
Okay.
pass it to
Okay, happy to join you. Sorry, I'm a little bit busy, but I'm hearing you. Okay, Dr. Dunya will, I think, managed to, but I'm hearing you. Okay, I'm with you also.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, sure. So the primary course of the meeting. I'm sorry. So the primary why we called in for this meeting is for the mutual cooperation of both our organizations. So maybe Dr. Dunya and Ms. Ninette, you can maybe go through like what's done between in both organizations. Yeah, then we can take it from there and
Okay.
yeah.
So thanks again. And as our colleague Tulsi have explained, as a new institution in Rwanda, but we are like, we do have our history as an institution internationally. And our purpose being Rwanda, we are having like 3 elements we are working in addition to the academic program that we are working along with the higher education for getting the approvals. We are doing our researches and projects. And as we explained earlier, we are mainly, or from our name, we work in socio-economical issue. And one of our main concepts that you are working on is an inspiration economy, resilience economy, in addition to youth economy or aging economy. We do work also a lot with projects with refugees, with other people. So here would I like to hear from you, what are you doing and how we can cooperate? I mean, the type of projects that we do work with the communities. We believe that we work with a very minimal resources when we say, and that we can do some changes to the world. I mean, we just use the different techniques of work that we believe here. We are not only an academic, we are practitioners that we try to change communities with. So if we can hear a little bit about your organization so that we can.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Haguruka, I think it's somehow different because we are a women's rights organization that's supporting women and children to accessing legal aid service. We empower women through different perspectives, access to justice and psychosocial support. We do research and advocacy, and we also invest much in awareness raising outreach. We can call legal education, and we have also we are investing in strengthening the capacity or strengthening knowledge, increasing knowledge of different stakeholders, including other civil society organizations, some local leaders that we think we can work together. I may say Haguruka is a Kinyarwanda name, but meaning stand up. It has been established in 1991 with a mission of defending the rights of women and children. We are celebrating 32 years of existing in domain of legal aid domain when it comes to support women who are facing injustice with legal perspective. It's how I can explain my organization.
Okay, thank you for your brief. And just maybe something Tulsi didn't mention, I didn't mention that we also do work a lot with women Me, myself, my speciality in my academic career in gender, mainly, and disability. And me and Dr. Mohammed were the people who participate in writing the women strategy for Bahrain, where we all, and on all our projects, we don't work only of empowering of women. We work in empowering women to take them and to be moved to the advancements of women, and how women can, they are playing an important role. And maybe one of the reasons that brought us to the Rwanda, because before we come here, the first thing let me hear about Rwanda, it's they are going good in the women issues and women rights. So, and most of our projects outside Rwanda, mainly we do work with women, and we try to do a lot of change in women and how we can work with women in impact base. And because when we work with women, we are talking also about family stability and how this family stability and working women is affecting the socioeconomical issue. Because what happened normally, and lots of strategies that work in women, they work in what they call empowerment of women, but they are not in parallel with their family stability. So you can see a woman getting, according to their measurements, and empowering women, when they forget the other elements, lots of other problems can come into the societies and community. And here where we do work and we merge all these things together, so we make sure that the balance is there. And here where I think maybe we can work in such things.
So, Ms. Nilet, maybe you have additionals to what Dr. Dunya has said about how we can maybe cooperate in line of women, where for us we do women development and advancement, like we advance and develop different skills of women in the community through projects. So
I don't know if I'm lost, but I'm not yet getting how we can our work are linked, even though we are in women's empowerment sector, but I am not yet getting how our work are linked somehow.
Okay, maybe also because I am also not aware about your organization, to be honest. I only knew the name, and so I can give you better examples. But maybe in our website, our social media, you can find more deeper about our projects and what are we doing. A research base, because we
I think it's better because I know we have around the world different women's rights organizations. Some are in education sector, others are in social, others are in health, for example. But our unique thing is that we are in legal domain. So of course we can try to find the link. If one is empowering women through legal perspective, another through education, sometimes things are easily linked. The most important is that we are all empowering women. What I can suggest is maybe we can try to see your website to see if, and you get time maybe to check our website and to see it together, because through this first meeting, I'm not sure if we can, we understand our both organization clearly, so that we start getting where to connect.
Yes, I totally agree. And just to give you information as women in legal support that you give, I was heading the main department's ombudsman center back home. So we worked a lot, and even with the legal, and here where we found that some legal support that we used to give to women, يعني it's occurred to make more problems for women, because normally, for example, I'll give you, when we used to give a free lawyer consultations for women from lower class, that's created increase in the divorce percentage back home. So, and then when we shifted some of the legal advices to family consultation, where we decrease the divorce percentage. So this is an example of one of our projects and the things that we worked in, and how we try to decrease the divorce percentage. So instead of women getting immediately this legal advice that's take them to the court, how we can give consultations, social consultations, and psychological consultations to reduce. And even when we give the legal advice, we make it, as we say, in a friendly atmosphere rather than going to the courts. So this is an example of one of the projects that we worked in. I'm just giving you as an example, so you know, when we say we can work in projects, what type, how do we change the criteria of working of organization? That, for example, this ombudsman center was working like this for 10 years, and then the name even after that was changed from to a support center rather than ombudsman center.
I see. For Haguruka, we are known here in Rwanda by everyone that if they see a woman or a children who is facing any injustice, they always saying, go to Haguruka. That is our plans as the women's rights organization. Here in Rwanda, we have 55 now women's rights organization, but we are still the one which is in the legal domain. That's why we have this, our niche is somehow strong in that way. Yes. And we are implementing different projects, but most of them are turning around either doing mobile legal aid clinics, where our lawyers move from our office, then they go to reach out the vulnerable people, women at village level. They give them free legal advice, orientation. If anyone wants to go to the court, they can represent them before the court of law. We have
exactly. I worked with
we are working with UN Women and USAID about that, for example. We have other projects or program which are not necessarily to go for court, but where we discuss with couples, families, who some are already in conflict, others are integral, but we try to organize a kind of dialogue between couples. We call it couples dialogues, so that we make sure that those who are integral, who are good, can also supporting others to change their mindset, to see that living in family conflict, it destroys everything up to the economy. And we have also another approach we call safe space for women, where we believe that women sometimes need their space to be together themselves, trying to discuss their frustration. We help them to have self-esteem, confidence. We used to say we have to coach them how they chin up, they face people, so that if they come to the big assembly, to the community on the table where they take decision, they are no longer shy. They can articulate well, or if they are confidently stable, they can even initiate amicably, looking for amicable solution at home when a conflict come in. So our projects, other projects are around awareness on alternative dispute resolution, because even if we support people, vulnerable women, to accessing justice, we believe that the solution can be found at family level, at community level. And we always trying to showing the community that if they become together and they trust those community structures, they can find solution better than to go to the court, because court is not a good place to be. It should be a last option. So we're trying to work with, we turn around that, if I may
Yes.
say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we are sort of talking about similar things, but of course also you need to prove all these things and changes when you are doing it by using the research elements. I mean, having data and how by research you can change these things, you measure. I mean, giving this legal support, does it really help women to reduce their cases in the court, or no, it's a decrease? Maybe I think Dr. Mohammed, you want to illustrate a little bit at this point.
Okay, good morning, everybody, again, and thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to meet together on Zoom. We want to visit you, but
Dr. Mohammed, I think we lost him. So,
Dr. Mohammed, we didn't hear you. I think you
yeah.
are sitting in a place with the internet connection problem.
So maybe just a minute, I'll readmit him. Maybe he just went out, he will be coming back in like a second. So, okay, he's here.
okay. I think I got out of the Zoom for I don't know why, but anyway, again, I was saying that hearing you guys, Mrs. Niniti and also Loriti, I believe that what you are doing is very similar to what we tried to do, me and Dr. Dunya, for putting the national plan. You know, our national plan was adopted by the UN Women. But what we are offering here is different. I know that you are guys, you are doing very good in this area, which is I heard about when management of family stability and so on. What we can add value as SIAS, not only as inspiration economy, which is behind my back here, but also as SIAS, which is now available in Rwanda. Three things. We work on three areas here, focus on Rwanda and three areas. First, as Dr. Dunya told you, now we focus on not women empowerment. What you are talking about is women empowerment, family stability, empowering women, and so on. But we are trying to make women development issues, women development, the contribution of women in the community, in the society, in the village, how we can improve it and show and build their capacity in a way that shows how much they are contributing or changing their society. That's one area. Second area is that because we are trying to get accredited, hopefully, for master and PhD, what we can offer you is these programs. We can help collaborate with you in adopting certain women leaders that they can be really equipped by the academic program that we have. Especially most of our academic program, as Dr. Dunya told you, and we have 45 books, by the way, and we have more than 300 papers published you know, in peer-reviewed journals. Many of them are about women, actually, stories about women or the case studies and so on. So I think having women leaders from your society or your NGO or or women selected from your you know, base of you know, beneficiaries, that will be also interesting to have and support, and we can give them some type of sponsorship, yani some of the cost, and maybe you can also get them some to cover some of the cost, and especially that our cost is not expensive. The idea here, we're not making profit. We are trying to make to help the African community in general, starting from East Africa. And the third thing is that we spread the concept with our partners, the concept of research and development. And this is what Dr. Dunya also was trying to tell you. We know that you are many organizations, many NGOs, strong NGOs, even in Bahrain, by the way, we have very strong women NGOs. But we found out from our experience, and having an NGO also in Bahrain, is that most of the NGOs, they don't have the research and research and development part well established. So they are very busy with the services. And sometimes the services extract lots of the power of such NGOs. So this is where we can help you. I believe, you know, we focus on what we can make your stories and how we can make now a development and then advancement stages. So we build up like a story for let's say 3 to 5 years from certain selected communities. We can do also, as I said, academic program and let them join us. Already we are running workshops. So we can start with you, even a women workshop, especially with Dr. Dunya is here. Yani, I think even Rwanda is lucky, not because she's my wife, but because she's also, she worked with many international organizations relevant to women development and so on. Which is she will focus on. Now the idea, we're not women development, we're trying to find what are the areas of the bottlenecks that we can work with you, and we are problem solvers for socioeconomic problems. That's what SIAS. SIAS stands for, as you know, socioeconomic, socioeconomic Institute for Advanced Studies. So we look for advanced areas or areas where the bottlenecks, and we change this from problem to being opportunities. Academic, as in I'll just conclude, academic, we can work on it. Workshops, working on, again, spreading the concept of research and development inside your NGO and your society. And last thing is that we take certain cases or projects, and our technique is that we solve problems with minimal resources. So for example, now in Rwanda, we did something in Negatari area, okay, coves, before we establish here. Then now when we are now waiting for that, we are controlling our resources till we get accredited. But the idea, in all our students will be doing projects, and one of them maybe the best places to do project with your organization, and they'll be funded with $300 to $500 to help them to start, you know, their projects. And Musanzi, now we started to do that through the workshops that we are doing. So one of our satellite center is the Musanzi. For example, we are taking the sweet potato project with a collection of women and young graduates, and they're working because Masanzi, as you know, is one of the areas that need more of to solve the issue of malnutrition issues and so on, especially in the families that is maybe suffering from this issue. So this is maybe our area of where we can collaborate together just to help you. I came in, I was hearing you, but I came in just to say that let us focus on these areas to help you and capitalize on our also resources. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohammed, to add on what others explained about your organization. I don't know if I missed this, but I want to know, are you NGO, are you a local like Haguruka, or you are a private business company?
We are actually internationally, we are NGO. We have NGOs everywhere in 38 countries. I'm not sure if I didn't hear introduction, they mentioned that. But we are here, we registered as a private institute because we want to be a private university or higher education university. So we are a private institute waiting to be accredited. Yes, that's
Oh, thank you. Good to know. So, if I get it well, it's like if, for example, Haguruka want to work on a new strategic plan for 5 years and contract you, is it something you can do, or you have some limitation in terms of supporting women, local women's rights organization?
This is our core of the business. احنا for International Institute, as you can see, for Inspiration Economy and the IIB, which is the International Inspiration Economy Project. This is our core of the business. Even with the Women Council in Bahrain that Dr. Dunya was telling you, we didn't put a strategy, we put a national strategy, which was adopted by UN Women. But again, not our goal only to do strategy with you. We need to do some pilot projects and case studies that will help you to visualize the strategy, which is we go beyond that. And this is what we did also with the Women Council in Bahrain. Okay, being me as an external consultant, and Dr. Dunya was the internal advisor inside the organization. We did the project so that to show them, to make them believe in what they are doing. Empowerment is not enough. Okay, development even not enough. Always I say advancement is enough. Okay, so this is a journey. This is a journey. It needs a lot of piloting. Even the extracting the data is not easy, because now, for example, how many families are not stable, or being they're going through divorce or something, but you don't know, for example, what are the causality of that. Is it, for example, having women more educated than men? Is it a problem in the family? I don't think there is lots of data on that unless we extract data and we work on it. The idea also we do what we call linking of data together, creating a small projects to pilot that, and we put what we call it, which is we did with the Women Council lately, after because the Women Council had a 10 years plan finished, and then they renewed the plan. My work with them again in the last 10 years was to put a future foresight. Not only work for what we see in 10 years, but future foresight, because now, as you know, the generations are changing. And I expect the divorce will be more, not less. Okay, unfortunately, with the such generation, with the such, lots of this generation also, they get married and then they get stuck because maybe the financial status does not support them or something like this, or some of them is especially what we call them those who will not be in employment, and so we call them the NEET. Okay, they graduate, they get encouraged, they get employed, but then they are unemployed for some time, and this creates another problem for the family. Or they don't get married. You'll have late. So with time, you'll find yourself also. This is one of the things that is, we should not focus only on the woman, as you know. We should focus on the family, because this is where we can solve the issues of the woman. And this is where we can bring such data together.
I like your point so much, because yesterday we were looking into our 5 different reports, and it seems that the number keep increasing, and we were asking ourselves, why do we have an increase of women who are coming to look for legal aid? Is it because they are violated, they are facing more GBV, gender-based violence, or it's because they are now aware of their rights?
Being the only man with you now, I'll tell you, ma'am, but being the only man with you now, okay, I can tell you it is not normal for any family when you have the women much higher educated, which I can see it now as a trend, being now 7 months here in Rwanda. Of course, you are the expert, but I can see that the trend for the women graduating from university is much more than the boys. Am I right? Okay, that's number one. Number two is the women that might go into entrepreneurship projects. I expect they will be much more than the men also. Okay, now, okay, Rwanda, I know that you have, the number of the women is, because higher than the men or something like this, whatever.
Yeah.
But still, this is that doesn't justify for long term. Okay, what justifies is that the women will be respected as the leader in the family and so on. But at the same time, her entrepreneurship does not affect her family stability. And this is one of the things that is we worked in different countries, by the way, not only in Bahrain. And we found that this is the area, and this is, by the way, written case studies. We have written many case studies that we can share with you. The issue of women development and so on. I can tell you also another thing, which is very important for Rwanda, which is Dr. Adunia, maybe she didn't say, because he is very humble. And we're going to Bosnia, Sister Nanti, okay? Bosnia, we stayed 6 months. And Bosnia, they have the similar problem to you, which is maybe hidden problem. It is Bosnia, because they are more of European, okay? They are easily accepted in Europe, okay? And I know that the Rwandan, they are easily accepted from the African countries and also in different countries.
Migration.
Migration and talk about, okay? And we found that the women NGOs themselves, they are doing something that is encouraging women without knowing that, encouraging women to migrate. For example, when the NGOs, they offer languages for French or German or something like this, they are easing for the women and to tell them go and migrate to these countries, and you'll find that many women, they want to migrate. Okay, why? Because they are not seeing opportunities inside their country. Okay, because only we are solving problems, we are not seeing the opportunities of these problems for the future problem solving. The other issues we find, for example, the diseases that come from the upper limb of the woman body is much more increasing. I'm not sure in Rwanda, I didn't go into these statistics. Okay, or we found, for example, the woman is the majority of those NCDs patients, NCDs, non-communicable diseases. Published, and we have done many studies on these areas and so on.
I will find time to go to your website and to know you better. It sounds,
we'll send you also some of our books, electronically. You can see it. And hopefully when we meet together, we can give you some of our books here. Just I thought I want to open for you, between you guys, dialogue, because we have lots of things I think to work with. And by the way, the first thing we did before even we come to Rwanda, when our first visit, I signed an MOU with the Rwanda Women Network. Okay, because this lady, I know her from Dubai. I heard about her, so I came to her. She got a woman award. I forgot her name now, but she
Mary
was one of the, yes, very popular. Even she's in.
Yeah, she is popular.
Yeah. But the problem with them is they are very focused on related to giving service and health related issues more than anything else. Yet, so as far as we are concerned, so we are looking forward to we create lots of network on this area, and we do lots of projects that will thrive the community, because we say we don't know till we do projects. When we do projects, small projects, small, we can build up a proper idea. Your data, your experience is important, but your data, your experience is very important, but the experience that will come from the projects, doing it together, okay, with these small amounts of funds that we give, 300, 500, whatever, okay, this will create for us some new opportunity to see the future. And this is what we talk about. We're not going to work with you on strategy only, but we will we'll work with you on future foresight. Myself and Dr. Adunia, we are future foresighters. That's what we do. Foresight for the future and work for the future, and not only today. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and sorry to interrupt with this collective women meeting. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for adding some key, very important information I was looking for, actually. Yeah, I think what we can do, or at least do you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. I think what I can do with my colleague Lorette, we can go to your website, and if you have some electronic links you want to share with us to know more you, it will be helpful, so that maybe our next meeting can be simple. And to know more about Haguruka, apart what I just explained, you can also visit our website you get to know who we are, our different projects, and see if everything is matching. Yeah.
Yeah, from my
That's what
side, I will send now Herwa. Also, maybe later we can make a group, whatever. But I think also you study what are what you want. We can send you. I'm not sure Herwa send you our regular MOU. I'll send you example of the MOU we have also with the other women networks in different countries, including in our Gulf area and so on, so that you have ideas. But I will send you from my side. I'm saying the case studies and some of the things that are relevant to women, at least so that it give you idea where we work, what we have worked in the before. Doesn't mean that some areas we didn't work on that we are not willing to work on, because this is where we are putting here a research institute, and we believe that what do you say? Alone we are weak, together we are strong. So we can be together, inshallah, doing lots of new case studies and so on. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Okay, here we
Can we
conclude.
agree like that? Yeah, I think it was interesting to know you and to hear about your great work. And I assume before approaching Haguruka, maybe you know about us through social media or through websites. I forgot to ask, but we are on social media, Twitter. We are always putting our work regularly. We are having a website which containing all our work, our strategic document, our reports. So that's how you can know Haguruka better. In terms of credibility or trustable organization, we are here since 1991. And if someone from your team is in Rwanda and you just ask anyone about Haguruka, even if you ask Mary, we are collaborating well. So that's what I can say.
Yes, great. I would suggest for you, ma'am, while we are exploring about each other, we'll let Herwa send you our regular MOU with specific thing for relevant to women, okay, services, and we can take it from there also. And then I would suggest that also we start doing workshops together. Okay, this is also something that is maybe will be interesting to explore, whether from inviting your staff or your beneficiaries or your partners to such workshops also will help to see what are the areas we can tackle together. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Herwa, can we conclude now?
On my side, no more question, and
Yes.
then to thank you guys.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
okay, sure. So literally time is up. So yeah, I'll send a sample of the MOU, then we can take it from there. Either meet physically, you can come to our institute, or you can come to your institute. So I will get in touch like as soon as possible with the MOU proposal. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Niwe usigaye mu nama? Abo.